Alright, hello guys, it's Elijah Biker here and Nate Dog 5400, and today we will be recording with Gunlion, the NA community manager. So, how are you,
Hello,
Gunlion?
everybody. I'm good. I'm good. How are you guys?
We're pretty good. How are you, Nate?
I good, I guess, you know?
Yeah, so Gunlion, we actually have a list of 6 questions each for you, and I'm gonna ask the first one, then Nate's gonna go.
All right, let's get to it.
Alright, so the first question is, can we have 2 pictures per signature for betas or posters with 100 or 500 plus posts?
2 signatures?
2 signature
You
pictures.
should already be able to do that, I think. Are you not able to do that right now?
No, it's concerning the beta players.
Oh. I will look into it. We'll see. I don't necessarily want. We'll see about like size and stuff. Usually you can have 2 if they're like side by side or something.
Alright.
It's something I'll look
Okay.
into. I don't necessarily want to have like everybody have you know signatures that are like 10 lines long or something like that. But
Yeah.
usually something like that, like I have no real problem with it.
Okay. So next question. Why was the alpha NDA lifted?
So what actually had happened was, and it's kind of funny because I was on vacation last week and I'm catching up on some stuff now, but I came back and I asked our producer, Cueva Pueblos, I was like, so the NDA seems to be up or lifted in some of the other regions, and he was like, yeah. So I just got told last week that that it's up. It's no longer an existent thing. So what the reason behind that was, I'm not exactly sure what motivated it, but if you were an alpha tester, you now can share all your alpha screenshots, all your alpha videos if you want to. Feel free to share those with the general community. Feel free to share those with your fellow beta testers. The only things that are still under NDA are super test things. So anything off of super test is still only super test and alpha tester. But I am looking into that because the fact that we can allow our alpha testers to see that, and there's technically no uh, NDA between super test and alpha test. I'm going to see if I can do anything about that between super test and like beta testers or even the general community, but no guarantees right now.
Alright, thank you. Another one is, are keys being given out to just streamers or are applications being accepted again?
There aren't any applications right now. That doesn't mean that there aren't going to be any more in the future. We definitely we're always looking and seeing like what the populations are, what the queues are. The populations have been still really high. We're coming on almost a month now from opening CBT. But in the future, we might look at running a few more applications, maybe a few contests. Right now, the reason we're going with streamers, I know we have a lot of players who are curious as to why that's the route we're going, is because streamers, the people who are in the game and already playing and are active in streaming, whether you're a small streamer and you got like a couple viewers, or whether you're a big streamer and you got a lot of viewers, you naturally have players going there and being interested and saying like, oh, this game looks really cool and I want to play the game. We just thought it was nice to one, kind of kick back our streamers, for doing that, and also to the players, or rather to the viewers tuning in, they're getting interested in the game. Maybe they could win a code,
Alright.
Okay, thank you. Next question here. Will there be any bigger maps implemented in the near future?
Maybe. Nothing that we've said yet. I do know that there has been a lot of feedback coming from players that were asking about having much bigger maps. this morning, 0.3.03. I swear every time I add in the points, it always confuses me. Basically 0303. In today's update on the beta test, we actually added in the ocean map, which is something that players have really been requesting. A lot of requests have come in for just a map that has absolutely no island cover, just a big open sea map. So we did that with this patch, and we're taking a look at how that goes. You know, having done that, we'll see maybe in the future whether or not we want to do any bigger maps. But I know it is a thing that players have been asking, and we have heard that feedback.
Alright, thank you. And how long do you think CB2 will go on before open beta tests?
Well, it'll go for a while. It'll go for a while. Let's just say it like that. You know, the thing that I always like to say about this beta test is we're actually conducting what I would like to call a real beta. And when I say a real beta, it's not a beta in the sense that we're showing you an early release product and it's not going to change anything. You know, it's kind of a it's unfortunately a little bit of a commonality now with games in beta, wherein a quote-unquote beta test isn't really a test. It's just showing off what's coming in the game, and maybe like crunch time for finding bugs and getting a lot of people into servers and like seeing if there's any game-breaking stuff, but there won't be any actual mechanical changes. Right now for us, and the reason I call this a real beta is because we're actually taking a look at feedback. We are actually taking a look at balance. We're taking a look at, you know, whether it be in-game data and forum sentiment. Both of them are really important. And the beta will go on as long as I necessarily want to say that, but basically it'll go on, and we'll implement some of that feedback that we're seeing and adjust balance as needed, you know, before we go into further tests.
Alright, thank you.
Okay. So, will the torpedo detection be buffed at all, or will it stay the same?
I actually have no insight onto that one right now. I know that's so destroyers received their survivability buff in this patch. You're not as likely to be like one-shotted. You know, you won't get destroyed in one salvo. The IJN, the Japanese destroyer tech tree, received some buffs to their gun armaments. There weren't any torpedo detection changes in this patch, and I think we're still looking at it, but I don't have anything concrete either way to say right now, unfortunately.
Thank you. And another one is, will there be any rewards for participating in the closed beta?
We haven't mentioned it, but I think that if you, I'll say it like this: if you look at kind of like the past record on some of the other wargaming titles and how we've handled that, I think you can expect something pretty similar to that.
Thank you.
Okay, so will there be a notification center like on what, you know, the bottom right tab thing, so we can look at our stats from previous battles?
I think that's a low priority, but it would be a good idea.
Okay. Also, will there be more?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot that yours was kind of connected with that one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, will there be more info in the after battle reports? For example, like how much damage you did to a certain ship.
You know, if I'm not mistaken, and I will have to go back and look, but I think that that's coming. I'm fairly sure that that's coming. But don't. Well, you're quoting me anyway because it's an interview. But let me look and see. Because I'm pretty sure I read something about that, but I'm not sure when or if it's coming. It definitely is another good idea. I'm always a fan of more detail, more stats. I love that stuff when I play games, so I think it's a great idea.
Thank you. Another one from the community. Actually, all of these are from the community. Will there be another class of ship introduced aside from what we have now and not subs?
No, not that we've planned. Right now, we're still focused around the current 4 classes of ships. You know, there's as you know, there is a rock, paper, scissors kind of hierarchy or circle, I guess you could say, of, you know, counters and weaknesses that each ship has against each other. So we're focusing on balancing around that, and we still have to get the IGN carriers and the US battleships, which I know everybody's wanting and which I can actually say are coming soon. But we're focusing on getting those 4 classes balanced right now, before we even think about doing any other kind of new things in the future.
So the famous soon for battleships. For
The famous soon, but you know, they're coming. They're coming. You will actually have already seen the tech tree. There's an article on the portal that actually shows the tech tree for the battleships. So you'll get you can go to the portal right now and get a sneak peek at what those are going to be.
Okay. So you essentially answered my last question that I have, which I quote, "When in God's name will U.S. battleships be added?" and then he went on to say, "I want my USS South Carolina now."
Yeah, they are so requested, and it's gonna be cool when they come out. Like I'm eager to see what players think about them, and you won't have to wait too long. So, but you're still getting the soon answer from me. But it's, you know, it's a good soon. So.
Thank you. And this one is, you kind of already talked about this one earlier, but I have seen multiple threads about this. Population decline. How do you feel about it?
You know, this goes back to something that we talked about much earlier, in that the actual, so from our numbers, it's actually a lot more stable than you'd think. It's pretty good, actually. And that was one of the reasons why we had stopped giving out any kind of codes for a period of a week, because we wanted to check what retention was, and it was actually very good, and we're pretty happy with it. But again, this this goes back to, I think it was the first question, or one of the first questions, is that as we go forward with the beta test, if we see that there's a need to add more people in to get the queues up, or if we just want to like cram a bunch more people in and
wake up,
you know, do some heavier tests, we always have the option of turning that on, doing that, and we'll let more people in, and we'll give away more codes and stuff. So right now we're pretty happy with it, actually.
Thank you.
Okay, so final question: do you have some time to play a couple battles with us?
I do.
Thank you.
You guys are gonna get to see me in my Saipan, which I didn't have last time that we played.
Yeah, you did. I thought you did.
Did I? I had my.
I believe you actually had your siphon.
Did I have my Saipan? I had my.
Yeah, you had your Saipan. I remember in one battle.
I might have just gotten it then.
Yeah.
because I remember I had been playing a lot of the Independents, and I moved my commander over to my Saipan. Now I've just got to get the Ranger.
Okay.
Although all I've been focusing on lately is carriers, so I've got to like go up more trees, because carriers were my worst class. I was bad with them, so I was just like, okay, beta, just gonna focus on carriers.
And now you're attached to carriers a little bit too much.
A little bit too much. I like them a lot now. I'm only marginally better with them now, so I'm not total bad, but it's they're fun. So
Elijah, I'm gonna be going over this flank over here. Okay. And Gunlion gets to do whatever he does with his carriers.
Gunlion does whatever Gunlion does.
yep, Gunlion is gonna move in a tiny little circle right by our cap point.
Okay.
Have fun.
7
I know. Oh, sorry.
Plane scouting out over here.
Yes.
So here's a question for you guys. What do you think about the new capture times? Does it feel a little better to you?
I haven't really played much as of this patch, so I don't
Okay.
have an answer to that yet.
Okay.
Same. Like, I've actually been really busy, so I haven't had enough time to play Warships lately. But hopefully that's gonna change soon.
All right. Well, we'll find out a little bit in this match. Also,
Hopefully.
I am really happy because nobody on the enemy team has a ranger, which means that my fighter squadron can actually do things.
For once.
For once. Yeah.
Just be lucky I'm not in game Gunlion. I would smear you from the left side of the map to the right. Carriers are my specialty.
Oh no, he's hijacking our video.
You probably would.
Hey, I've been good.
That's true.
There's
See,
this
I jumped in
Kuma.
here quite a while ago and I didn't say anything.
I feel like I'm about to get Andro attacked.
Oh, don't worry, because you're about to.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that was kind of foolish of me.
That Gunlion was supposed to be smart, not foolish.
I do foolish things sometimes with torpedo bombers. I will freely admit that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead.
It's those manual drops, man.
Gotta work on those, you know?
I haven't even had time to focus on actually fighting other ships.
Why not?
Because I'm too busy trying to dodge torpedoes.
Oh. Sounds enjoyable. The ship in front of me is been a pain in the ass.
I'm most likely about to die.
I thought you already died.
I thought I was gonna die, but now I'm most likely gonna die. Yeah, I'm dead.
I might also be dead shortly. Maybe.
I'm dead. Looks like.
I'd actually like to 1v1 you someday, Gunlion. Carrier versus carrier.
I think Gunlion would automatically win.
If
Nah. Maybe
no.
if you had the wargaming carrier, but any regular
Yes.
carrier, no.
Like I'm gonna kill the Kawashi. My afterlife. Oh, okay.
I still want that the wargaming carrier in game so I can see